My name is Milo Marami. I am playing Trevor in Lizard Boy. I would say Trevor is super well adjusted. He's got a really thriving social life. That's not true at all. It's been a year since he's left his house. He's very concerned about himself and his appearance because, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but he does have lizard skin. It's just such a great story of finding your own power, and it's such a marathon on stage. We're playing all these instruments and making all of this music. It's such a different show. It's so much fun for everyone.
My name is Tissell. I'm playing Carrie. And I love Carrie because he is just the sweetest little dum-dum. He tries really hard and it doesn't go well. And he's not always like the first person to get what's going on. And I love that his first connection with Trevor doesn't go very well. And he's like, hey, it's okay. We can back this way up. Let's just be friends. He's just so sweet.
Hi, my name is Steele. I'm playing Siren. Siren is a very intense singer-songwriter who is on a mission. And I would say I'm drawn to Siren because of her fierce commitment to justice, what that looks like for her. I would also say I'm drawn to her because of the way she harnesses the power of her voice, literally and figuratively.
My name is Michael Feldman. What was the question? My name is Michael Feldman. I understudy Carrie. I think of the three, I am most like Carrie. So it's not a stretch, I'd say, to get inside his head or to go through the arc that Carrie goes through.
Hi, my name is Ashley Song, and I am understudying Siren and Trevor. I'm drawn to both of these characters for different reasons. I think that in many ways they are two sides of the same coin, even though they may have experienced the same catalyst to the rest of their lives. It's an interesting thing to be understudying two very different kinds of people.
I don't have any dating horror stories. I will say I was on a date with a guy. It was going great. He was very sweet. And then all of a sudden the conversation turned to Bitcoin, and he was very passionate about it. I was curious. I was like, oh, how much money have you made off of it? I found out that I think he gave his friend 10 grand and now it's worth $500. And I was like, not the one, but he was lovely.
Did he pay for the date?
Oh my God, no, he did not. He couldn't afford it. You gotta pay it forward, so I'm getting into heaven.
Okay, I don't have really any horror stories from dating. So I'm kind of like a golden retriever, and I'm like, everybody's my friend. And so I've often gotten halfway through a coffee with somebody or halfway through a meal, and they'll be like, this is such a great date. And I'm like, what? So there's been a lot of awkward moments where I was but I didn't clarify, oh, this is a date. Because I'm just I love everyone, and everyone loves me. It's just we're all friends.
Are you a Libra?
I'm not. I'm a Cancer. We're heart forward, and sometimes that can make us asshole. I try to think of myself as more golden retriever version of Cancer.
I do. Let me try to make this quick. I went on a horrible date with a gentleman who gave me a ride home afterward and ran out of gas on the freeway. And I had to help push the car off the exit into a gas station nearby, pulled in the gas station, looked to my left, saw my date, looked to my right, I saw the police approaching. Back to my left, my date was gone, disappeared. He came back about 30 minutes later and had no explanation for why he disappeared when the police arrived. But I have some speculations.
Yes, I do, and I will leave it at that. It's hard to date. It is famously and clichély difficult to date. I think what's hardest about dating is you have to love yourself so that others can love you. And I think we often look for validation external, inward, which is not the way to do it.
What does RuPaul say? If you ain't gonna love yourself, how the hell is anyone gonna love you?
Oh,
I dated in New York, so I have a lot of dating horror stories, but I'll just tell you one. I attended a Fish concert on New Year's Eve, and then afterwards the guy that I went with wanted to take me home with him, and I said no, and then we parted ways, and as I was walking away, I felt this cold smack on the back of my head, and he had thrown a snowball at me for not going home with him.
When I was younger, I would say invisibility, so like no one would see me and like, oh, I could just hide. But now this is for my AYCE girls, all you can eat. I want either a giant stomach or whatever cows have, like 3 different stomachs to hold all the hot pot in the world. I love it. I will sit down for 2 hours. I'm either their best customer or their least favorite. The ability to just consume, to be a glutton. I think that's like my ultimate form.
Okay, so I actually thought a lot about this one because I have so many answers, but I think the one that I want to talk to animals. I want to know what their life is like, first of all, and then I also want to be like, will you be my friend? Like what if I could ride a grizzly bear? If they like let me, you know, we'd have to get to know each other first.
I think this is pretty basic, but time travel / invisibility. I want to know what was going on. But historical events, things that I have questions about. Whatever happened before the Beyonce elevator incident?
My superpower that I wish I could have is to understand, read, write, speak any language. And to me, that includes like binary and music. Learning how to say hello in another person's language, to greet them in that way. Being an immigrant in this country, non-English speaking first language, it is amazing how quickly you can connect with someone just by acknowledging their language and saying hello to them. I envy that of people who are bi, tri, quadruply languaged.
If I had a superpower, I would be invisible. I think it would be really fun because you'd be able to listen in on other people's conversations. But also I like idea of anonymity. I guess as an actor, that's an odd thing to say. Sometimes I don't want to be seen.
Come see Lizard Boy at Portland Center Stage.
Come see Lizard Boy at Portland Center Stage.
Come see Lizard Boy at Portland Center Stage.
Please come see Lizard Boy at Portland Center Stage.
Come see Lizard Boy at Portland Center Stage!